Caitlin Clark not only established the WNBA's record for single-game assists as a rookie with the Indiana Fever, but she also set a new standard for total assists in a season. Despite her impressive assist totals, there were many occasions when Clark's precise outlet passes went unscored. Introducing Natasha Howard. Howard was the initial free agent addition made by the Fever following the re-signing of Kelsey Mitchell, and this decision was well justified. The organization clearly appreciated Howard's extensive experience and track record of success. However, one particular strength of her game is likely to make her a valuable asset for the Fever: her capability to sprint the floor and finish at the basket. Over her career in the WNBA, Howard has earned the nickname Flash, and last year, Indiana was in urgent need of front-court athletes who could run the floor and convert in transition. This positions her as an ideal candidate to swiftly move down the court and receive outlet passes from Clark. Howard did not hesitate to express her enthusiasm for this in her introductory press conference with the team in February, succinctly stating, "I can't wait to run the floor and get those passes." The Fever showcased what this could potentially look like by sharing a highlight reel from Howard's EuroLeague performances. The footage illustrated one of many instances where the newly acquired Fever forward outran the defense to secure an easy basket. While the Fever made numerous enhancements to their roster during the WNBA offseason, none may support Clark's passing skills quite like Howard. The two players are likely to simplify each other's roles while complicating matters for adversaries attempting to keep the Fever from scoring. As Caitlin Clark enters her second season with the team and the WNBA season gets underway, the Indiana Fever already have strategies in place to embark on fresh beginnings. Clark's signing last year significantly benefited the team, where she accomplished remarkable feats that ultimately led her to the Rookie of the Year title in 2024. Nevertheless, after finishing with a 2020 record and an early playoff exit, Indiana aims to improve and advance further this time. What strategies will they implement for a successful turnaround? Christy Sides, their former coach, did not perform poorly. However, with the level of success and recognition attained, the Fever had the opportunity to seek a prominent figure to guide them. They accomplished this by appointing Stephanie White, who previously led the Fever in 2014, as the new head coach. She arrives with significant credentials, having directed the Sun in 2023 and being honored as the league's Coach of the Year that season. With the coaching position resolved, attention shifted to the team. They re-signed Kelsey Mitchell and acquired seasoned players Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, and Sydney Colson. Sophie Cunningham also became part of the team through a trade, and they signed center Brianna Turner. This will provide Clark's squad with essential veteran expertise and considerable talent. Last season, the Indiana Fever effectively alleviated the pressure of the team's achievements from Caitlin Clark. However, this year, the objective is to qualify for the WNBA playoffs, secure a series victory, and conclude the season with a superior record compared to the previous year. A robust showing in 2025 would undoubtedly facilitate a progression to the next phase. In the forthcoming offseason, the objective will be to establish a long-term roster. Nevertheless, since the majority of the players will become free agents, Indiana has the potential to lure prominent names, thereby enhancing their odds of securing the championship title. Will they accomplish this? The 2025 WNBA season is imminent, and Caitlin Clark is preparing for her second season with the Indiana Fever. Clark will be supported by fresh talent in 2025, following the Fever's efforts to strengthen the team during the offseason. Stephanie White succeeded Christy Sides as Indiana's head coach, while the Fever added exceptional players, including DeWanna Bonner and Sophie Cunningham. During the offseason, Clark has been mentioned by two well-known television series in the past week. One mention appeared in the drama series Law and Order, while the other was in the animated series Family Guy. In the April 6th episode of Family Guy, titled Hard Times at Adam West High, Brian, the dog, and Chris, the human, travel back in time and explore sports betting. Brian and Chris were largely unaware of WNBA specifics other than Clark, when considering games to wager on, displaying limited knowledge of teams such as the Los Angeles Sparks and Washington Mystics, a subtle critique of the league's visibility beyond Clark. "Ah, here we go. WNBA," Brian observes. "There's a Mystic Sparks match today. Do you recall who prevailed?" "I don't even know what city they're associated with," Chris replies, to which Brian inquires, "Which one features Caitlin Clark?" "I'm not sure. Both, perhaps." "Neither," Chris concludes. Clark has undeniably elevated the profile of the WNBA and women's basketball overall, consistently setting attendance and viewership records during her tenure with Iowa and Indiana. However, the league's allure extends far beyond Clark, with icons such as Paige Buchers, Angel Reese, and Aja Wilson making significant impacts, or poised to do so, in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, along with the Indiana Fever, will confront Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky in a primetime game to inaugurate the WNBA's first Rivals Week in August. Other competitions will feature 2 games involving the New York Liberty, the current champions of the league, and the Minnesota Lynx in a rematch from the WNBA Finals. A contest between the anticipated number 1 draft selection, Paige Buchers, and the Dallas Wings against Clark's Fever. And Brittany Griner, now part of the Atlanta Dream, competing against her former team, the Phoenix Mercury. Ally Financial will serve as the sponsor for the week, marking its introduction as a partner for the league this season. "You can form a strong partnership, but effective activation is also essential," stated WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert during a Zoom interview. That week will feature a comprehensive schedule of games, which will be an exciting aspect of the activation. The Rivalry Week contests will be aired on multiple networks, beginning with the primetime matchup between Chicago and Indiana on CBS on August 9th. The timing of that week is crucial since in August, teams begin to intensify their playoff push, Engelbert noted. "It would be beneficial to have these confrontations during this timeframe to propel that playoff momentum into September and ultimately crown a champion in October." The NBA has hosted a Rivals Week for 3 consecutive years. Engelbert has previously highlighted the significant role rivalries play in advancing women's professional basketball. The league inaugurated the Commissioner's Cup in 2021, and this in-season tournament has fostered rivalries, particularly between the Las Vegas Aces and the Liberty, as well as the Liberty and the Lynx, in recent seasons. "Having 2 teams that fiercely compete every time they play, and each time you watch results in excellent basketball," remarked Buchers, a 6-foot guard who recently guided the University of Connecticut to its 12th national championship. This presented an ideal opportunity to initiate that there's an abundance of remarkable rivalries within the league. This is not Ally's initial engagement in women's basketball. The company was among the first partners with the 3-on-3 Unrivaled League, which concluded its inaugural season last month. Discussions with the WNBA commenced years before Unrivaled's establishment. What Kathy and her team have accomplished with the league, the cultural relevance of the players, the media engagement, and the entire ecosystem is remarkable, commented Andrea Brimmer, Chief Marketing Officer of Ally Financial. "To me, it represents the crown jewel of what is unfolding in the realm of women's sports." Ally has committed to providing equal advertising investments in men's and women's sports. "This concentrated emphasis on women's sports reflects not just our words, but also our actions," commented Brimmer. "Joining as the new sponsor of the WNBA enhances our family of initiatives." Ally has also secured an endorsement agreement with Buchers and has existing agreements with WNBA athletes Brianna Stewart and Sydney Colson. "Collaborating with Ally transcends mere banking. It emphasizes empowering individuals to optimize their financial resources," stated Buchers. "Through my experience as an athlete, I have recognized that achieving success extends beyond one's performance in a sport. It encompasses the access to opportunities and resources available." Brimmer remarked that Buchers fulfills the role of both a brand ambassador and an actual user of the services. "She actively engages with the product and possesses a deep enthusiasm for promoting financial education and literacy, Brimmer noted.